boys on a Waddle Wednesday. How we feeling today?
Feeling good.
We're good, Charlie.
Feeling
Nice
good.
to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to be back.
So much quieter in that room.
Yeah, I got the late night call to the pen last night.
Love you, Shay.
And
I'm not feeling so good.
Damn.
I'm not feeling so good.
Damn.
Yeah, it happens when you have garbage takes. You have a garbage stomach.
Oh, wow. I call him first take Shay, and he got mad at me. That one.
What's wrong with
buddy,
that?
Blasted him.
No, he's just
Oh!
not what he's doing is he's purging himself.
Yes.
So you have new
purging
takes.
himself with a bad take.
Yeah, with new takes tomorrow. New bad.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I don't want to even know what color that
There's
is.
15 bad takes.
He's just purging himself. That's all. You gotta recycle those bad takes, Cap.
It's a horrifying image.
So there's that. Charlie's here because he's going to talk about the Blackhawks today playing their first preseason game. Go ahead, Charlie, break it down.
Yeah, so shot or no shot, Connor Bedard. No, we all know that the White Sox had a chance at history last night, but luckily for them, the Angels out White Soxed the White Sox. Take a listen.
And he pops it up. Right side of the infield.
Yes.
Lopez circling now into the outfield. Grass, and it drops. Ramos scores to tie the game.
Benintendi ended up giving them the lead. But my question, shot or no shot, that ruined history. You were disappointed to see that ball drop last night.
I don't like our team.
See, Cap might find it different. I was fine with it because I'm still a White Sox fan. It was surprising, so I was not disappointed in the drop. I was not. I'm a Sox fan after all.
I was listening to the game. I told you I had the Beats AirPod in one ear. I got the game on the TV, and I'm listening to both, thinking 2-0. This one's over. Probably could go record my recap right now. Yeah, I had a bottle of champagne for the 62 Mets
that's good.
sitting on the counter. I did. Here's to the 62 Mets. You're off the hook. Drink up, gentlemen.
Yeah, Mercury Kaplan in celebration. Go ahead.
And I'm listening, and all of a sudden, I'm like, that dude looks lost on that pop-up. Oh, my God.
Swirling winds.
He's the guy that hit the homer the inning before.
First. Yeah, so I was not disappointed in that, Charlie, because I'm a Sox fan.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know who was disappointed. Tyler Hockey went to the game last night.
Yes.
Hoping to see history. Sat through the weather delay.
What's up?
And then that happened.
Who'd he go with?
I don't know who he might have gone solo. I don't know who he went with, but all I know is like that's tough. You go to see history and you end up sitting at guaranteed rate for 4+ hours. That's a tough way to spend a Tuesday night.
Yeah, especially with the rain on top of it. Wasn't sure if we even get the game in, but the skies did clear out.
It's a lot of campfire milkshakes.
Yeah, so at least you got that. Hey, the amenities are great at guaranteed rate. If nothing else, go for lunch or dinner. If nothing else.
Yeah.
But
Who was the
baseball-
guy that he called Carmen and Yurko, I think, the other day and said he's been to 71 Sox games?
Of course.
My
71?
My goodness.
Hey, man, look, again,
Do you not have a home?
his home is guaranteed rate.
That's it.
It's the tailgate beforehand, hanging out with friends and family. Great spot, right?
Yeah. It's fun.
Okay, so you go into the ballpark. Great food. If you can bring kids, great fundamentals. And then the first pitch starts. Oh, God. Steve! Oh, here we go.
That is what's like amazing about sports. Every team has at least one fan like that, right? Like there's at least one Vanderbilt football fan who's seen every game since 1992.
Yeah. But Charlie, you get it though. You
I get
it as
way
a
more
fan.
for college football than baseball, I suppose. 72 games is hard.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why that guy goes 71 times is because the sun is shining and it's the summer. Can you tailgate in October to see baseball? Not around here. Cubs or Sox. So he's holding on to the summer. That's what that is. And I got no problem. You fan how you want to fan. That's great. You know the product sucks, but the beer's still cold. Charlie?
Chris Getz yesterday spoke
Another
with,
slogan.
that's a good
The
t-shirt.
beer's still, I know we suck, but the beer's still cold.
On the ESPN 1000, Hard Rock Casino, White Sox Network.
Charlie.
All right, Chris Getz yesterday spoke with the media and discussed
Almighty.
among other things the White Sox managerial search. confirming that Grady is indeed being considered for the job. But the last time he spoke, Getz said he wants someone outside the organization with managerial experience. Now he seems like he's changing his tune on Grady Sizemore. Shot or no shot? Chris Getz learned that nobody wants this job.
Oh, substance, I'm sure.
Well, they're not going to spend the money to get Terry Francona or somebody of that ilk.
Tune in.
Not going to happen.
Tune in.
And even if you would, like, let's say Terry Francona costs what, $4 million a year, $5 million a year? I mean,
Tap out.
what's his name? Council's getting $8 million.
Yeah.
Terry Francona's every bit as good. So let's assume you could get him for $5 million. Well, if they're willing to give him $5 million, there's got to be 4 other teams that are willing that have a decent roster. Why would he take this is my retirement job. I'm going to take this one and win 40 games. No shot.
Right.
So they're going to hire somebody they can control, A, B, that they don't have to pay a lot of money to.
I have no problem with Grady being the manager of the White Sox.
That's what I would do. I've actually been impressed. The guys play hard. There's no circus environment. They just don't have any talent. I would give it to Grady.
I have no problem with Grady Sizemore being the manager. He's going to be fired in 2 years anyway if he gets the job. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't matter who's there if you don't have talent. He'll be fired in 2 years.
If he wants it, that's a plus.
Yeah, he seems to like it. And he's young enough where the players can relate. Oh, Grady Sizemore, you've been through bad teams before and good teams. He's seen it all.
Yeah.
Sizemore should be the manager of the ball club. It doesn't matter, though.
I would give it to him, and maybe he's Brandon Hyde, and he gets management to stay loyal to him. Brandon Hyde had multiple 100-plus lost seasons, and now he's already clinched the playoff berth.
He will not have a Hyde-like run.
Probably not.
In this organization, please. And if you are Tito, if you're Terry Francona, if the Sox had a commitment to winning, Cap, where they say, yeah, we suck now, but we're going to spend a lot of money in the offseason, and in 2 years, Terry, if you're still out there, we're going to want you. Terry would take the job for Jerry. He's already been in the organization. He would. If there was a commitment to winning now.
But there's not.
That's the thing. And I'll take another step. If the Sox had a commitment to winning financially and we're building toward the future quickly, Terry could get the White Sox to the playoffs quicker than I think they can in 2032. It's Terry Francona after a while. He knows what the hell he's doing.
He does.
So I would say that he would get the Sox to the playoffs quicker than what they had in there before and Sizemore. But you know how many players?
I'd give it to Grady.
He's been sick and out of baseball. You want to wheel him back in here to this? No shot. He doesn't even have Jordan
Grady,
to save him.
$22 an hour. That work for you?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, you know what? He'd say yes, and get fired in 2 years. Here we go now, Charlie.
All right, this year's NFL draft was known for really 2 things in the top 10 going into it: quarterbacks and receivers. We've seen positives from all the quarterbacks in the top 10, at least the ones who have played, and that even includes Bo Nix. But the early returns on the receivers has been even better. Malik Neighbors is playing like a top receiver. Marvin Harrison Jr. exploded for 3 touchdowns in week 2, and we just saw Roma Odunze come to life against the Colts defense. Shot or no shot, this draft will be remembered for the receivers and not the quarterbacks.
That's a no shot because I believe Caleb's going to be a star. Jaden Daniels looks like he's going to be a star. So we'll see who else emerges. Bo Nix, Drake May. But, yeah, I still think it's going to be remembered for the top 2 picks being quarterbacks.
Make your case, though. Charlie. So if you say wide receivers, so that's Malik Neighbors, obviously, who's turned heads with the Giants. Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't think the Arizona Cardinals are going to be very good, but he's going to be a star. Whatever you think of Roma Odunze in this offense, who else can you make a case for in that regard?
I think there's a higher chance that, obviously, of course, because there were just less guys drafted, but I think it's more likely that the receivers went 3 for 3 in terms of hit rate from the top 10 than the quarterbacks do, even 3 out of 5 of them. Because the odds always say that at least half of these guys aren't going to work out. We're probably going to look back on at least 2 or 3 of them, possibly even 5, thinking, oh man, that was a rough draft that we all thought was going to be awesome. I think right away, though, with receivers playing as well as they can right away, and with the kind of money they get, like you think about Jamar Chase, you think about Odell Beckham Jr., how much of a celebrity he became. Like, that's the kind of impact I think receivers have in the NFL now, because it is such a popular position. It is such a front-facing position, and these guys are just playing so well at the moment.
So you mean Ricky Pearsall too, or?
No, in the top 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. He's out with a gunshot. He's got a knee.
He's got a knee.
He's got a shot.
Billy's got a gunshot.
This guy's got an elbow.
Quad.
This guy's got a knee. This guy's shot. Okay, so he will be out, ruled out. I guess so. He was shot.
Karan's got a quad.
Yeah, so that's it there.
Now, Ricky, any update? Nope. Bullet wound hasn't healed yet. Wow.
I think that could be a shot, Charlie, based on what
It
you just
was.
laid out. Yes, I don't mean that. I think that's a shot.
My goodness.
And not even speaking of fantasy football, just talking about impact players right away being able to make a difference.
Malik Neighbors is like a 40% target share or something like that. They're literally doing the pass it to the Italians offense with Malik Neighbors.
I would ask this. Shot or no shot, could Malik Neighbors save the Bulls' job at the Giants, okay?
He could.
I think it's possible.
No question. Daniel Jones looks a lot better.
Because, I mean, and their game Thursday will tell a great story for both teams, the Giants and the Cowboys. That'll be fun. That's going to be fun to see.
Defense can't stop a nosebleed.
Right. Exactly. Maybe have Neighbors run the ball some.
Maybe you can play quarterback.
Yeah, so maybe that would help. Charlie, can you squeeze in one more? Because I know we got around the NFL.
Yes, I can. The Ringer released its updated NFL power rankings, and at 23rd were the Chicago Bears. Probably not where we wanted them to be at this point, but the headline was, it's starting to click for Caleb Williams. They also wrote that Shane Waldron cut the offense loose with Caleb, and that he has progressed from week one as they kind of let him just do his thing. Shot or no shot, we owe this offense more time to get on the same page.
That's a shot. It's the first 3 games of the season. One thing I will not do is allow these television shows or these hot shot podcasts to tell me what football is through 3 weeks. You could tell us about like the status of what's going on, but you cannot be able to just say through the first 3 weeks, this is what it's going to be all season. Because a lot of these shows will tell you that. A lot of these shows will tell you that Caleb Williams is washed in the first year through 3 games.
The same shows would tell you, we had the callers here. Lucas Patrick is one of the highest rated centers in the national until last week. His rating was in the 60s. Because we play 17 games, not 2.
Exactly.
Oh, the Bears offensive line coach must be terrible. Lucas Patrick looks great. Yeah, until last Sunday.
Look, we can talk about the status of how things are from week to week and day to day in sports, but you can't tell me that, well, what we see now is what you're going to see in January.
Correct.
What do you base that on? Well, I saw a game. I heard this. I read that.
Correct.
Okay, well, you have to see the ebb and flow of a season to be able to make a determination of, hey, at the end of the year, we saw the whole season. This has to change. That's all.
Agreed.
Listen, I understand, Cap, from a fan standpoint, because we're fans. You don't want the season to be lost. With all this pyro and ballyhoo about this team, you don't want this team to be a bunch of underachievers. I understand that. But at the same time, I'm not taking a crap on the Bears through 3 games of the season. We'll talk about things that have to improve, but we're not saying that everything sucks because they're 1 and 2. I'd rather be in this position than some of these 0-3 teams, especially Jacksonville.
Oh, God. And they paid $265 million to their quarterback. $260, whatever he got.
Our friends at ESPN Jacksonville are not happy.
Not happy.
Because that's their bread and butter, Cap. Jacksonville Jaguars football and like South Florida sports and college football, they like the Jaguars to talk about in the fall. Like all of us, they love to talk about the NFL. Now you're talking about an 0-3 team. They don't want to be that.
Not good.
All right, we got around the NFL, and don't forget to Waddle Wednesday. We'll talk to Waddle coming up at 8:35 on Cap and J.